What if I told you that you can actually have a work visa and move to the UK to work without any major academic qualifications? Hi, thank you for checking out this video. One of the major questions I get from most of my subscribers is, hey Fred, you keep on talking about scholarship, study abroad. What if I don't have any major academic qualification, like a PhD, a bachelor's degree, or a master's that could, qualify me to study abroad? What do I do? What are the alternatives for me? Are there any other opportunities for me? Can you help? Sure. I have a great information and opportunity for you in the United Kingdom. Now, if you stick around for the next couple of minutes, I'm going to give you the overview, the eligibility requirement, how do you even apply, and how much is it going to cost you? Now, most importantly, what kind of job would you be doing and how much will you earn? You would want to stay to the end of this video as usual. This is the Fred Effect. Hello, welcome back to another exciting video. If you are new here, my name is Frederick. I did my first master's in Ohio University. I'm currently studying master's in public administration at the University of Kentucky. I also serve as the research assistant for the Kentucky Transportation Center. Now, on this channel, we explore education abroad, scholarship, visa, interview tips, and generally life abroad. If you like any of these topics, then I will invite you to join the Fred family by clicking on the subscribe button, hit on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a video, you'll be notified. Now, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go into today's video. I'll be very surprised if you've not heard that on the 24th of December 2021, the UK government released a statement indicating that there's going to be like 30,000 and a possible expansion to like 40,000 UK seasonal workers visas that will be issued to foreign workers in 2022 and possibly an extension to 2024. Now, if you don't know about this opportunity, let me give you a brief background. Since 2019, the UK government has been giving, visas, working visas to foreign nationals to do seasonal jobs in the UK. And at the time of recording this video, this program has been extended till 2024. How exciting is that? I'm giving you this information in January 2022. What it means is that you have a longer time ahead of you to actually apply for this work visa and move to the UK to work. So I'm going to walk you through the eligibility criteria, how do you apply, and what documentations do you need in the first place. I've already told you that you don't need any major academic qualification for this seasonal employment in the UK. So come with me to my laptop as I walk you through all you need to know to be able to apply for this great opportunity. So guys, this is the official website of the United Kingdom government. So you simply have to go to your browser, and in the address box you type in www.gov.uk, and of course it takes you directly to this website. Now, this is the actual home page, and so what you have to do is to click on topics, and then you click on visas and immigration. If you click on visas and immigration, it takes you to this page that you are looking at, and then you click on work in the UK. Now, there are a lot of categories, but what we are interested in today, of course, we'll have time and discuss the other ones, is temporary work, seasonal worker visa. So quickly, I'm going to take you through the overview, the eligibility, the documents you must provide, and generally, like, how do you even apply? So the temporary work or seasonal visa, you can apply for a seasonal worker visa to come to the UK. You have to work and this type of work, you don't need any major qualification, academic qualification I mean, as you work in edible horticulture for up to 6 months, for example, picking of fruits and vegetables, and you also work at a butchery for like 6 months, and do poultry work as well. So this was until 31st of December 2021. Remember, I indicated that this whole program started in 2019. Now, there was an announcement that was published by the UK government on 24th of December 2021 that the seasonal worker visa route has been extended until 2024. So if you go to the website, it has not been updated yet, so it indicates that you work until 31st December 2021. But on December 24th, 2021, there was a release that this program has been extended. So you must first of all apply for a seasonal worker visa. So you have to first of all apply to a job, and I'm going to show you how you can go about that. And then you will need a sponsor, and then you must meet the eligibility requirement. In a couple of minutes I'll show you the eligibility requirement as well. So if you or your family member are from the EU, that is European Union, Switzerland, Norway, Iceland, then you have a later deadline. So how long it takes is also indicated here, and then how long is it going to take for you to get a decision, and how much is it going to cost you. You're going to pay an application fee, which of course I'll show you in a few minutes. The application fee is actually 244 euros. I don't know how much is going to be in your local currency. So these are all the more or less like the overview of the whole program. Now quickly let's move on to the eligibility. So who is eligible? Now, to be eligible, you must be 18 years or over when you apply and have both of the following. You should have a certificate of sponsorship reference from your UK sponsor, and in this case the UK sponsor will be the company that is employing you, right? So if you apply for the job, then that company becomes your sponsor. And personally, you should have enough money to support yourself in the UK. So you will usually need to have at least 1,270 euros. I don't know how much that is going to be if you convert that to your local currency. And then there's a possibility that you might be exempted from this, especially if your company is willing to provide that for you. You should have a certificate of sponsorship, and the money to support yourself is also explained here. So let's go to the document you must provide. When you apply, you will need to provide your certificate of sponsorship, of course, from the company that you apply to, a valid passport. Of course, you cannot travel without a passport or other document that shows your identity of nationality. So there are some countries, like in Ghana, they have the Ghana card and stuff like that. So ultimately, a passport will be required for you to travel. And then you should have evidence that you have enough personal savings. So that is more or less like a personal bank account that contains the amount that was stated. And the last one is how to apply. This is very simple. So you must apply online, and this is the online portal. I'm going to share the link in the YouTube video description. I'm going to share the link to the government website, specifically this website, and then you can click on it to which will directly take you to the website, so you don't have to struggle to get there. So when you apply, and talking about this application, this is actually the application for the visa, but what I'm saying is that you have to first of all have a sponsor. To have a sponsor, you need to apply for a job. Now let me take you to this website. This is Eva Mtali website, and then she also explained that I'll share a link to her YouTube video as well. So the application fee will cost you 244. That is the application for the visa. How long you're going to stay in the US is up to 6 months, which is to work in the edible horticulture or pork butchery. And so you have a possibility of getting this extension depending on how things go for you in the UK. Now, where to find a seasonal UK visa sponsorship job in the UK? So there are a couple of websites that could actually help you if you want to find any of these jobs. You can go to Indeed UK, Farming UK, CareerJet, Hot Daily, and then of course, if you are also on LinkedIn, there is a possibility that you could find some of these jobs and apply to. So what you're going to do is that you have to apply directly to the organizations offering that job. So the company that is offering you the job is what you have to apply to. Now, when you apply and you get the sponsorship, then you go ahead and pay the 244 euros in order to apply for the visa. Now, below, she was kind enough to list some of the organizations offering such jobs. There is Alliance for Ethical Labor, there is also Hope's Labor Solution, and then there's British Summer Fruits, there's Angus Growers Produce Investment. So I'll share the link to this website as well. So if you click on any of them, it takes you to their website where you can apply. So let's try any of them. Alliance of Ethical Labor. So here's the thing. Apply for seasonal work. So this is a typical company that you can go through and apply for these works. So these are where you have to probably enter your bio details and you apply for the job. So once this company, for example, accept to employ you, they are going to be your sponsor, and you can see their phone numbers here that you can call them at any point in time. There's also an email that you can send them an email to make any sort of inquiries that you want. Let's go back to, so normally the peak season for some of these seasonal jobs is somewhere in May to mid of April, right? And how much are they going to pay you, right? You are going to get, approximately, that is 8.9 euros to like 15 euros if you have no major academic qualifications. So these are some of the tips that Eva provides on her website, that you have to apply as early as possible. Now you ensure that your application gives a great impression. All right, so you list all the relevant information that is needed, and then you show enthusiasm at every step of the process. You have to also be physically fit. That is very important. All right, so I hope that this will be very helpful. I'm sure you might have a lot of questions. Just share them in the comment section and I'll quickly respond to them. I would like to check out some of the other industries that you could possibly apply to. So let's look at the Angus Growers as well. This is the Angus Growers website that you can apply for the job. So this is quite a simple process. It is very important to note that initially, if you check on the website for the overview, there are 2021 deadlines and all that. But what I'm saying is that on the UK website, official UK website, another information was released on 24th of December that extended this program. So I'll share the link to this website as well so that you can check it out. So the visa scheme to allow seasonal workers to come to the UK will continue, right? So it started in 2019 and it's going to continue. But the government has demanded a plan, so this interests me. So there will be 30,000 visas available next year, but this will be kept under the review with a potential increase by 10,000. So approximately we are looking at 40,000 work visas. The number of visas will begin to taper down from 2023. So that is all for that is all the information that I can provide on this. So I'll share all the links in the YouTube video description. Kindly check it out. I wish I could check out more of the jobs that you could apply to. I will share the link to Eva's website so that you can easily check that out. Let's look at British Summer Fruits. On the British Summer Fruits website, you can also apply to this job as well. So there are a lot of them. I'll share most of the jobs that you can apply to. So that's the starting point. You need to apply for this job. When you are being employed, then the employer becomes your sponsor. You go ahead and apply for the visa. Then you move to the UK to work. I'm glad you were able to stay to the end of the video. I know you might have a lot of questions. No problem. In the YouTube comment section, please share with me all your questions, your comments and ideas, and I'll quickly respond to all of them. For me to be able to continue giving you some of these information, I would entreat you to be part of the Fred family. Please subscribe to the channel, hit on the notification bell so that anytime I upload such an informative video, you'll be notified and you can quickly check it out. As usual, this has been the Fred Effect.